Alright, Naja family, we are on training video number 4. Finally, let's get into the other programs and the main purpose of the gathering campaign. So, the main focus, other than what we're actually paying for at the moment, is to take the pledge, the petition. We need at least 60,000 people to sign this pledge, to sign this petition. We are close to 7,000, and our goal is 60,000. So we are well beyond 10%, maybe somewhere around 10.5%, but the goal is to get to 60,000, and we are going to meet that objective. So you can sign a petition at blackunitedstates.com, which is where each one of you have gone to when you have applied to become a representative. All you got to do is get 200 other people in your area to do the same thing. So we're not going to be like, run out there and make it happen. It's something that's going to happen over time. So we got to keep doing what we're doing. So there are other programs that are part of the gathering campaign in addition to registering businesses. So let's talk about those programs. Program number 2, apart from registering business, program number 2 is the study group. So the reason why we're doing this and why all of us are in a position to where we're even considering doing anything in reference to black people is because we understand and have heard something pertaining to our history. Our history not beginning at slavery, but our history beginning thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago on the continent of Kemet, the continent of Kush of Africa, in the civilizations of Kemet, so on and so forth, all the way up until now, as well as the ancient Americas, those of us who consider ourselves to be more of indigenous background in North and South America. This is indigenous people to this planet. So we consider all that to be the All-African Empowerment Society. I said it one more time, the All-African, meaning we're covering all of those bases at the same time. So we don't need to differentiate, although others may, we do not. So program number 2 is the study group that happens on Tuesdays when we broadcast, and we are broadcasting programs that are coming from multiple scholars. I have done some of the classes. Others will be doing the classes going forward as I transition into other roles in the organization. But it is important that we continue to put our history and put the African worldview classes to the forefront and maintain that, because that is what is the engine or the spark that got this going. So let's move on to the next program. Program number 3 is the survival class. Now we are entering into a period of history, or a period of the current process of what's going on in this country, as well as what's going on in this world, where we see nations that used to be at the forefront in terms of economics and power are now in such situations in dire anarchy and despair. And I don't know what's going on with their citizens, but Syria is one place I can bring to mind, because Syria had been a very progressive and well-to-do nation, and you can look at it right now. It has fallen into chaos in less than a year. So we could possibly face those type of circumstances at any given moment. This nation is always under attack. Whether or not we're in support of the United States is irrelevant. We live here. So we need to know how to survive, and we need to know how to survive with the basic elements, not with having all of the creature comforts, and how we can transition our mental state to be able to compensate for such a drastic and shocking change. So the survival class is something that is offered on our website. You can go to that class and sign up. We need at least 20 students in any given city, and we will travel to you and provide that class. That is called the Herk Naja. You probably have never heard of such a word, but the HRKH or Heruk class really comes from, or is the source of where you get the word Hercules. So Herukuti is a form of Heru, principle of mastership and the peaceful warrior who overcomes adversity. So that's what we entitled our survival class, because our goal is not aggression. Our goal is to survive and to defend ourselves, and if necessary, do whatever is necessary to survive. So that is program number 3. So now moving on to program number 4, which is financial freedom. Financial freedom is something where we all need to have financial literacy, and we need to know how to develop personal wealth and to remove personal debt. There are many experts in this field, so we are going to basically host classes in which we bring in some of these experts in all of the cities that we are represented, meaning that all 300 cities throughout the country, where we begin to teach these classes, and you begin to learn how to change whatever your financial situation is to the better. So these are basically financial education, financial literacy classes to help you to move from being just a basic employee or a worker to being an owner, to being an investor, and all of the various things that help you to change your financial status in a capitalist society. And then let's move on to program number 5. Program number 5 is called Black Wall Street Awards, and what we're looking to do with that is not to reinvent the wheel. We are pretty much piggybacking off of award ceremonies that have been conducted throughout various cities throughout the country. It is dependent upon the business registration, so all of the businesses that you're registering in a particular location will be considered for the Black Wall Street Awards, in which we will come and actually hold an award ceremony where they are invited in order to bring about awareness, and this is going to help you to get people to actually take the pledge and fill out the petition and give them awareness of the Gathering Campaign. So this is something that we are actually doing, and these are things that you should promote. Those are the other programs that we offer, and keep in mind that we're also going to, once you are actively being a representative, we have shirts that you can get, collar shirts that are going to actually have our logo on it, for you to actually go into these businesses in some sort of semi-uniform with some khaki pants and shoes, looking professional. And we're also going to have some print materials for you to distribute at the same time, along with business cards. So look forward to these upcoming things and all of these materials that we can provide to you. And we give you honor and respect. We greatly appreciate you, and we look forward to building a great enterprise. Naja.